I'm about to unleash about why my Oklahoma City Thunder are about to win the NBA championship. And this is brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Did you watch today Draymond Green? Did you watch today Paul Pierce? You guys said all year, nobody's afraid of the Thunder. Well, maybe the Nuggets will be now. Now that they lost 125-93 in a Game 7 in Oklahoma City. Now that they jumped ahead in a shock to me by 11 and then led by 5 after one quarter, 25-21, and my Thunder proceeded to blow them off the court to smithereens into the offseason. 104-67 was the score in the last 3 quarters. Over the last 3 quarters, my Oklahoma City Thunder ran the Nuggets off the floor. My Thunder rose and shone today. I called them out before the game. I said, if you guys blow this one, you lose it all. You lose credibility. You lose validation for the greatest regular season statistically anybody in the history of this league has ever played. And did they ever validate? Were they ever credible today? I was a little taken aback because I thought they would come out with that Knicks energy that we saw early on against Boston the first minute of that game in New York on Friday night. I thought we'd see that from the Thunder at home. I thought we'd see the kind of injury because I'm thinking of Aaron Gordon, the kind of energy that the Thunder blew the Nuggets off the floor with in Game 2. It was 149-106. Instead, the Thunder came out a little shaky, a little nervous. It was a Game 7. I think they had 2 guys who had played in a Game 7 before. There's a bunch of show ponies against a bunch of war horses because all the Nuggets have played in all kinds of Game 7s. Obviously, Joker's played in 6. Jamal had played in 6. And it was a little shaky. I was a little concerned early on, and they inverted my pyramid today. They turned the game upside down because they didn't start to play until there were 3 minutes left in the first quarter, when they climbed back in the game to cut it to 5 after a quarter, and then they turned up the heat on what became an overmatched Denver Nuggets. I think they just ran out of gas. Aaron Gordon played. He played pretty well. I know he was protecting his hamstring, but if you got a torn hamstring or a really injured hamstring, you can't even walk on it. So that's no excuse for Denver. The Thunder were just better, and they finally said, okay, that's enough. We are going to show them. We're going to show the world. We're going to show the Draymonds and the Paul Pierces. We're going to shut all their mouths. And did they ever today? They're doing it upside down. They have reinvented basketball. They're a juggernaut, not because they shoot threes, because for this series, I got to admit, they were scary pathetic from 3. For the series, they shot 32.3%. Today, they shot 30.8%. I said they needed to shoot 37% just to win this game because they averaged 37.4% as a team during the regular season. I don't know. They were just a little shaky-handed. It took a while. They finally started to make a few, but they only got it up to 30.8% for Game 7. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There's a whole nother way to win a basketball game their way. It's called POT. And the other team just goes to pot because of points off turnovers. So today, on points off turnovers, it was Oklahoma City 64 to Denver 42. For this series, it was Oklahoma City 190 points off turnovers to 116 for Denver. That's the score. That's the bottom line. That's what the scoreboard should read because they just turn you over and they light you up. And then they light up the scoreboard. That's how they win basketball games. That's why my brother Lil Wayne keeps saying he doesn't even want to talk about my Thunder because they're in another league. He wants to talk about the Pacers. He's into the Pacers. I love watching the Pacers. I believe the Pacers will beat the Knicks. Although, just selfishly, I would actually, I think I'm going to start rooting for the Knicks because I want to see the Thunder blow the Knicks to smithereens in the NBA Finals. I want to see the Thunder shut up Stephen A. and shut up Spike Lee and shut up all those Knicks icons of the past. All those Walt Frazier's, Clyde's, and Larry Johnson's, and Patrick Ewing. I want to see them all shut up by these Thunder because they're in another league from all these teams. I like the Pacers a lot. I think the Pacers will beat the Knicks in 6. That's what I called it. I'll stick by that. So now, obviously, the Thunder have a tough matchup against Ant and company. But it's just an anthill that they have to climb. It's not a mountain, it's an anthill. And by the way, I'll get deeper into this on my show tomorrow, the Skip Bayless show. But Ant just comes and goes in these big series and these big games. He drifts, he disappears, he lights up, he takes over, he drifts, he disappears. The Thunder are just better than the Timberwolves. I'll give the Timberwolves some games at home, so I'm going to be a little conservative here, just because the Thunder do have home court advantage. I'll say it goes 7, because I do have respect for Minnesota. Gobert, Naz Reid, they got size, they got Ant, they got depth. They come at you in waves, but the Thunder come at you in defensive waves. They win it with their defense. And I got to tell you, Alex Caruso has become heart and soul of this team. I know SGA is the MVP, and he showed you again today with 35 on 12 of 19 shots, 3 of 4 from 3. He was the only one making them. 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 3 steals. That's an MVP game. Jokic only had 20 points today, only made 5 of 9 because the Thunder defense just put shackles all around him. Just terrorized him. And I'll give Scott Foster this. Scott Foster and that crew today, they let the Thunder play because they play a physical brand of basketball. There's a lot of scratching and a lot of clawing, and there's a lot of contact. It's kind of incidental contact, but if you let them get away with it, they will take the ball away from you. Look at Caruso. He had 11 points today, but he had 3 more steals and just created havoc the whole time he was in the game in ways Westbrook can no longer create havoc. I'm going to get into this on my show for sure, but I just thought the downfall of this Denver team was signing Westbrook. I know Joker wanted him just the way LeBron wanted him, and then LeBron wanted him gone. But it's just hard to win with Russell Westbrook. And I thought his minutes were vital to the comeback today because he started turning it over and throwing comical passes out. You're like, what are you doing, man? He's the point guard with the worst hands I've ever seen. He is the point guard who's a first ballot slam dunk Hall of Famer who makes as comical a turnovers as I've ever seen a point guard consistently make. That was a big key today for the Thunder, was that Russell Westbrook came home to his old stomping grounds in Oklahoma City and self-destructed on the Denver Nuggets. Man, this team is a juggernaut in a very different way. I'm thinking that the T-Wolves are actually afraid of the Thunder. I think the Knicks and the Pacers are looking side-eyed at the Thunder thinking, well, it'd be great to get to the finals, but it'd be hell to play against those guys. Way to go, guys. You showed up and you showed out and you shut them up and shut them down today. That was a tour de force. I'm from Oklahoma City, born and raised, till I left at 18 to go away to Vanderbilt University. But my heart and my soul remain in that red earth there in Oklahoma. Oklahoma means red man. Boy, were they spectacular today. Were they special today? It's a special state. It's God's country to me. As soon as I touch down on that earth in Oklahoma City, I always feel better about everything. Maybe ultimately I want to live there again someday. but they did me proud today. I love this team way more. I'll get into this tomorrow on my show. Way more than I ever loved the Durant, Westbrook, James Harden, Oklahoma City Thunder that did get to a finals and got wiped out in 5 games by LeBron and Dwayne Wade and many role players. Thank you, guys. You responded today. You showed the NBA just how serious you are, how serious a threat you are to win the NBA championship. I'm all in. I was all in from day one of this regular season. You're going to win the NBA championship. You're going to beat Ant-Man because SGA is better than Ant-Man. He will play better consistently than Ant-Man. And the Thunder are at least as deep, if not deeper, than the T-Wolves. Here they come. Okay, see you all later.